Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got something truly groundbreaking for you at Jakdam Farms. You're about to witness an aquaculture revolution that's changing the way you farm fish, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. Meet Joshua, the mastermind behind this incredible hybrid system that combines the best of both RAS and Biofloc.
This system is unique from the RAS and then the Biofloc system. I earlier mentioned that the RAS system uses an external filtration point to filter both the physical death, that is the mechanical death, and then the biological death. But with this system can work just like this, just only the pond can work totally without any external filtration.
What makes it so special? Well, for starters, you would never have to change the water again when farming fish. And guess what? You can even raise tilapia in tarpaulin ponds efficiently. In today's talk, we are diving into Joshua's 6,000 capacity catfish and tilapia farm, where it's showing us exactly how this game-changer system works. From how it functions to the advantages and challenges, we are getting the full scoop. But that's not all. Wait till you hear the inspiring story behind this innovation and why Joshua is so passionate about changing the future of aquaculture. This is more than just a fish farm. It's a blueprint for the future of sustainable farming. So make sure to stick around because this talk is both educational and inspiring. Don't forget to smash that like button, share with fellow farmers, and hit subscribe so you never miss out on more incredible innovations like this. Without much ado, let's jump right into the video. So welcome back to another exciting farming week in Ghana. If it's the first time seeing me, I'm Charles, and on this channel we talk about farming and agriculture here in Ghana. Today you're around the Gomoa area or beyond Castle. If I was beyond Castle, yes,
Gomoa Fete.
Yeah, exactly. Here with RAS. I say RAS. Here with Joshua. For us to talk about the RAS systems, I'm going to say RAS. Jakdam Farms, yes. Today at least you brought us to one of his farm setup locations where he's going to take us through what he has in here, the hybrid system he talked about. If you know what the first video we did with him, you can go and check it out. We had a beautiful conversation about the journey so far into aquaculture here in Ghana. But in this video, he's going to take us through the hybrid system, take us on a farm tour of what he has in here, so we can all learn from it. So you watching me, in case you want this particular system to acquire, you can also reach out to him as well. Yes, before we get into it, make sure you like this video, so it promotes it to other viewers. Subscribe to the channel so we all grow together. The goal is to reach 100,000 subscribers before the year ends. So please, if you're watching, it's free to subscribe. So please subscribe and let's grow together. Without much ado, let's get into it. So RAS, thank you for having us in.
RAS again.
Joshua, thank you for having us. This RAS system is
like it's better to see your interest. Don't worry.
Okay, so yes, thank you for having us. Yeah. Just take us through what you have in here.
Thank you for also taking the opportunity to come and then also witness what we have here.
Nice.
Thank you for coming. So this is a farm that this is one of our setup locations. This is a RAS setup. Sorry, an hybrid between RAS and Biofloc. People can call it RAS, but then this is an hybrid between RAS and Biofloc.
So only me that we consider the
so this is a 6,000 capacity. It can be increased to around 7,500. I think the client has even stocked extra 500 to the system. So I'll walk you through the system and then show you how the system works, how to maintain it, and probably the cost involved in getting something like this.
Sure. All right. So let's get into it. So where do we start from?
Let's start from this fund.
Okay.
So with this system, we have 7 ponds in total, 1 extra being provided. But then we have 5 ponds in total. This lane, as you can see, the 3 ponds, the one that the inlet is flowing. This is the catfish section, and then we have the tilapia section over there. But they are all using one filtration system. So this has a catfish capacity of 1,500, but we've stocked 1,000 in this pond. We've stocked 1,000 in the other pond, and then 1,500 in the last pond. So what you see here is a typical example of what we spoke about, the hybrid system. This system is unique from the RAS and then the Biofloc system. I earlier mentioned that the RAS system uses an external filtration point to filter both the physical death, that is the mechanical death, and then the biological death. But with this system can work just like this, just only the pond can work totally without any external filtration.
Oh, okay.
It can work totally without any external filtration. This is how we achieve this feat. The pond is being cultured. We culture probiotics, which are live blend of bacteria that do not affect the host. So just as human beings consume probiotics, yogurt and all that are probiotics. It helps boost their immune system and then fight against potential illness, bacterial infection, viruses and all that. So we culture the probiotics in the pond. The probiotics I'm talking about is the special probiotics. We combine about 3-4 probiotics to get the desired output that we want. But this particular probiotics is manufactured in India. So we tested these probiotics over time and then went back to the manufacturer and then gave them our own specifications, what we want the probiotics to do, what we feel he should add to the probiotics to fit the African terrain.
Okay.
Yes. So with this, we culture the probiotics in this pond before we introduce our fishes. What the probiotics do is that whenever the fishes produce waste like feces and all that, or uneaten feed is being dispensed into the pond, normally the uneaten feed, the fish feces, pollute the pond by generating hydrogen sulfide in the pond.
Yeah.
Yes. So what these bacteria do is that they feed on this waste, the ammonia, the nitrites, the nitrates that is being generated as a result of uneaten feed, fish feces and all that. These bacteria feed on them.
Oh, okay.
It feeds on them, and then the waste of the bacteria is in form of a proteinous feed for the fishes to also feed on. So it's a total cycle. The bacteria are feeding on the waste of the fish, and then the fishes are feeding on the waste of the bacteria that we introduce in the pond. That is why I'm saying this system works. It utilizes the strength of the Biofloc, which is producing its own feed, that is reducing the amount of feed you would have to buy in order to achieve a certain waste. And then the other strength of the RAS that the system uses is that this system will occasionally channel all the water through filtration equipment installed back there. Occasionally, with RAS system, you would have to run it through the filtration system continuously, simultaneously, continuously in that cycle. But then with this, occasionally, probably 1 hour a day, 2 hours a day, we pass it through the filtration system to remove or to reduce the load, the waste in the pond. So instead of you to run the system 24 hours, you get to run the system through the filtration setup, probably 1 hour a day.
A day.
That is saving you about 24 hours of electricity that you would have used in an actual RAS system.
Okay.
Yes. And then with this system, the first thing you do is that we pack the bottom of the pond with sand. That is highly unusual. But we pack the pond with sand before we introduce our bacteria. The main purpose of the sand is that the sand serves as a biomedia where the bacteria are going to attach themselves and then reproduce rapidly.
Okay, in the sand.
Yes. So the bacteria that we use are soil and water environments and also reproduced in the soil. So we get extra strength from the probiotics, unlike other probiotics that they only reproduce in water. This reproduces rapidly in sand. They attach themselves to the sand and then reproduce. So the sand is serving as a filtering equipment or filter media in the pond. Secondly, it is giving the fishes a feel of their natural environment. So the fishes feel more at home. You cannot see any fishes on top. This is because the water quality here is of a high standard. They feel comfortable enough to go down. Any fishes or any pond that you see fishes gasping for air at the top of the pond tells you the water quality is very poor. So if you see any setup with fishes comfortably under the pond or swimming at the bottom of the pond, it tells you they are more comfortable. That is why that is happening. Again, after doing all this, what we do is that we provide oxygen to the system. This is very important. How do we do that? There are 3 ways that we normally follow to achieve oxygenation of the pond. It's either by use of an aerator. An aerator is equipment that pumps atmospheric air into the pond water. So what do you see here? What do you see here? The diffusion you see here on top of the water is the oxygen that we are pumping into the pond. Okay. As you can see this tube, this is diffusing the air from the atmosphere and then mixing it up with the pond water to increase the dissolved oxygen. And note this, fishes feel more comfortable breathing dissolved oxygen. Dissolved oxygen means oxygen not in their gaseous form. You know, oxygen can be in their gaseous form like air form, and then it can be dissolved in the water. The difference between tilapia and catfish is that catfish is from a family called Caradidae. I can't pronounce the word very well, but then they are from a family. Yeah, they are from a family that can breathe both atmospheric oxygen and then dissolved oxygen. That is why you can take catfish out of the water and it will still survive. More than 3 hours, it will still survive. Yeah, but with tilapia, they don't have the ability to breathe the atmospheric oxygen, but they breathe dissolved oxygen. That is why people tend to believe that tilapia farming is much difficult because they don't know the requirements of the fish.
I'm learning a lot too. Like,
yes,
I've never heard before.
They don't know the requirements of the fish. So we diffuse our air here to supply oxygen, one, to the fishes itself, and then secondly, to the bacteria we are culturing here.
Oh, okay.
Oxygen, yes, they also need the bacteria to survive. So we are using 2 forms of bacteria here. We are using bacteria that works at day and then bacteria that works at night. In the sense that you cannot get direct sunlight throughout the day.
Okay, yeah.
There will be evening hours. So if you use bacteria that works only at day, in the evening periods, that means the bacteria are not going to survive. They are not going to work. And then the system will break down. So the bacteria we are using works both at day and at night.
Interesting.
Yes.
So let me do a recap. Just to make sure I understand what you've taught in this small period. Okay. So I know there are probiotics, and those are like the bacteria in the water that helps to take the waste of the fishes.
Yes.
The waste that comes to the feed. Normally, when they put feed inside, they don't eat all. Some of them tend to form like nitrogen in the water and stuff. So the bacteria you introduce helps to consume these ones from the water, and also help to like, at least the waste that they produce is like feed for the fishes as well to consume, right? Okay. You said there's sand inside the water too, that you laid in the water that helps like for the breeding of the bacteria, both in the sand and also in the water. I hope you guys get it.
It makes the fishes, the sand base also makes the fishes feel more comfortable.
Like at home, like the natural habitat.
Yeah, they're really natural.
So one question I'd like to ask when you're speaking, some might be watching us, you talk, passing through a filtration system and stuff. Some might be thinking, but the water doesn't look like water that means a clean water that's been filtered and taken all the impurities. Yeah. It still looks dirty. Yeah. Is this good for the fishes? Why does it look this way?
Okay. It's actually good for the fishes for the water to look this way. And these are the 2 reasons. One, the color you see here is as a result of the feed we use. The color that they use to produce the feed, or the raw material that they use to produce the feed. Normally, if you put maize or something inside water, definitely if you boil maize inside the water, it's going to the water is going to discolor. That's exactly what is happening here. And then this is nothing to worry about because the bacteria are taking care of whatever pollutant that may be from this colorization of the water, decolorization of the water. And then as well, this color you see is helping to protect the skin of the fishes against direct sunlight, UV protection. So the water turning green or brownish is also good for the fishes, that it protects their skin against direct UV. It also protects the bacteria. Okay. And then it tells you that whenever there is sunlight, in the evening periods when you come, the water will be a bit clearer because there is no photosynthesis taking place Therefore, there is no phytoplankton inside the water.
Charlie, we are going back to science class. Not be small technical terms.
We have to. So in the day, during the day periods where there is sunlight, definitely there's photosynthesis going on.
Okay.
Green algae bloom will be high.
Yeah.
One. As a result, if you can see the bubbles created, they are some form of brownish color.
Yeah.
This tells you this is called floc. They are called floc, biofloc. They are called floc. The floc are proteinaceous food for the fishes
that they can consume.
Yeah. So you realize that in this system, if you are supposed to feed your fishes with, let's say, 10 bags of feed, you end up feeding them with around 8 bags because they are constantly getting feed from the bacteria, converting this waste into something good for them to feed on.
Nice.
So that is the benefits of this system. One, you don't change water till you harvest your fishes. From day one, you stock your fishes, you don't change water. So you harvest your fishes.
Oh, okay. So you just pump water once.
You just pump water once.
So living in an area where you struggle with water cry.
You don't need to worry. Just call us. You pump your water. All you need to do is to secure the water in the pond for us. We will come and then install and then stock the fishes for you. You will not need to change water. So you harvest your fishes. So the other benefits of this system is that the amount of feed you would have purchased or need or require to grow your fishes to 1 kg, you will buy lesser because, just as I said, the waste is being converted into proteinous food for them to eat.
Okay.
Yes. So that is the advantages of this system. And then the other advantage that makes this system unique, I made mention of it earlier, but then with traditional biofloc, the minute you lose or the minute there is power fluctuation,
there's problem.
The fishes are dead. Waboka. Just as the RAS system, the minute you lose aeration, the fishes are dead. Sure. But then with this system, as you can see, there is no backup around here. The system can work in power fluctuations. It can withstand the power fluctuations. It can withstand whatever outages that may occur. This is because we've carefully stocked the pond with fishes that will not suffocate due to their oxygen demand. So there's a lot of calculation regards to this system. You would have to calculate the number of fishes that can be stocked in the pond, and then their oxygen demand, and then introduce probiotics that can also support the oxygen demand of the fishes. The carbon dioxide that the fishes produce, the bacteria, one strain of bacteria that we use feed on the carbon dioxide and then produce more oxygen in the water.
Okay, so those who didn't watch the first video, for the benefit of them, what is the RAS system and the Biofloc?
Okay, so the RAS system, the RAS system, basically deals with the ponds and then external filtration, just as you see the setup you see there. So with the RAS system, the water from the pond, the polluted water from the pond due to the fish excretion and then the feces and then the uneaten feed and all that, the water is channeled through filtration equipment to remove the dirt from the water, and then the clean and safe water is returned back into the pond. This filtration is done at stages. The first filtration point will definitely be removing solids from the pond. Solids, I mean on eating feed, anything soluble.
That's not dissolved.
Yeah, that does not dissolve. Yeah, that is not dissolved. It's being removed to reduce the turbidity of the water. And then the finer particles is channeled to another filtration point to remove the finer particles, and then as well as biological filtration to remove the dirt produced in the water, the chemical dirt like the ammonia, the nitrates, the nitrites from the water, and then the clean and safe water is returned back into the pond. So you can see water coming out from the inlet pipe. This is from the filtration system.
Okay.
All the way back into the system. So a typical RAS system works just like this. And then the Biofloc system works like this. Only the pond, no external filtration. Only the pond with the bacteria, the probiotics, and then the aeration. So Biofloc system focuses on biological filtration. But with RAS system, it focuses on both biological filtration, mechanical filtration, and sometimes chemical filtration.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
The Biofloc uses the bacteria and stuff to help water.
Yes.
The RAS focuses on the normal filtration to take away the feed, the excess feed.
Yes.
And all of those.
Yes. That is the main difference. RAS system deals with external filtration, but Biofloc system filtration is done within the pond.
Okay.
Within the pond, and it's solely biological filtration that is done.
Done by the bacteria.
Done by the bacteria.
Okay. Yes. Okay. It makes sense. But the hybrid
that you are seeing here is the blend of the two, in the sense that with the RAS system, the filtration is going to work continuously, 24 hours.
Without putting it off.
But with the hybrid system, we only run the filtration 1-2 hours if you choose. And that is it. A day, and that is it. The only thing running continuously is the aerator, because they need oxygen.
Obviously, breathe.
Oh, yes.
Obviously.
Okay, so I will take you to the filtration system and then explain to you how the filtration system also works.
Let's go. Actually, I like how I'm learning, because the information I provided, the technical terms I use in the actually.
So what you see here, the drum, the IBC tanks that you see here serves as the filtration stages. Okay, at every drum is a form of filtration on its own. So the first point of filtration, as you can see, everything, the pipes are all aligned underground and then comes to this point. So this is our first point of filtration. This is where we remove solids, heavy solids. So at this point, this is called a radial flow settler, in the sense that the water coming from the ponds, all the heavy solids will settle at the bottom of this drum. And then occasionally, we come and then open this valve, the valve beneath, we open it for the waste or the solids to flush out.
Oh, okay.
And then the final particles or the final water is channeled to this particular stage. So this stage that you see here is also another form of mechanical stage and as well biological stage. So this is a semi-biological stage.
Short question before you continue, Bri. So from here, is it physical waste and stuff?
Physical.
And it sees it, it channels it out, right?
Outside here.
Then the remaining water passes through to this point.
Yes. So the remaining water here is assumed to be a bit finer than the water, because all the solids, heavy solids, settles at the bottom. And then this point of filtration contains zeolite, contains activated carbon, contains filtration equipment, and then biofilters, in the sense that the activated carbon helps the water not to smell. And then the activated carbon I'm talking about is not the normal activated carbon that we sell outside. This is being diffused in the probiotics already before it comes. The zeolite is also blended with the probiotics before it comes. So the only thing you can physically see here is the filtration equipment installed under. So the water from this pond goes to the bottom and then rises through the filter equipment and then moves to this point of filtration.
So first one, second one,
mechanical filtration, mechanical and semi-biological filtration point. And this is where the magic happens. This is the pure biological filtration. You can see it being covered because we don't want direct sunlight to get into this pond.
But what will be the effect on the sunlight when it comes to
the bacteria harbor themselves here? And just as I told you, we have the bacteria that work at day and then at night. So what we've realized is that the bacteria that works at night do not consume more oxygen. So we want to protect them as much as possible. So the direct sunlight is one, to prevent algae bloom, to prevent the system from turning greener over time, and then also to protect the bacteria in the pond. So I will open it and then we check what is installed inside.
Interesting.
So this is the filtration going on. We have biomedias installed in this pond. This is where the bacteria culture themselves. They live on top of these things. They live on top of these things so that they can reproduce rapidly. And then the brushes are also serving as a host where the bacteria can culture themselves, and as well as remove finer particles that moves from or that escape the preceding
Like stage 1.
stage 1 to this one. Yes. So this is a pure biological filtration. You can see the thing being dirty and all that. You feel that probably is dirty. It's actually good for the fishes because this is where all the work is done. This is where all the work is done. And in this chamber, we don't wash, we don't clean, we don't do anything.
What are the bacteria?
Out of the bacteria, you don't want to wash them away. And of course, the last point of preparation. The last point of filtration, this is where the finer water accumulates and then the pump that we use transfers the water in the individual pump. And then in this system, we are using a float detector in this system to prevent overflow or to prevent the pump from running dry. Yes. So as you can see, this is a 0.5 horsepower pump that we are using for this whole setup. 0.5 horsepower is around 350 watts. And we are running it maximum 2 hours a day. So you don't need to worry about electricity bill because 1,000 kilowatt of electricity, kilowatt hour of electricity will cost you around 5 Ghana cedis. And we are using lesser than that. So you don't need to worry about.
It's like easy to have changed their meters. That is costing us a lot of money.
So if you use that ECG meter, don't come here. Don't come here. As part of our system, we have other side that we've constructed, and then the system solely relies on solar. You can see it automatically started itself. The water started pumping by itself. Yes. So this is how the system works. It monitors the water level, shuts the pump down when the sump is getting dry, and then starts it up when the water is rising up. Yes.
So always it doesn't come above the
No. It doesn't come above that. So basically, this is
an interesting
filtration system. A very simple filtration system, but very effective as well.
Okay. Then what? This one there.
This is just an extra quarantine tank. My client got some fingerlings. It's not attached to the system, but then he got these fingerlings on his own, trying to culture it.
Sure. I really look at the what's you have here as well.
Okay.
For those who don't know what is here.
So this is Azolla. People call it, the real name is Azolla. Is it microfilar or something? But
there's a lot of their types.
Yeah, they are size.
Okay.
They are.
But it's just one.
No. We have different types of Azolla. So this is Azolla, and it's a supplementary feed, and it contains.
I fetch. I want to feel like.
Yeah, you can fetch. It contains protein. It contains protein of 35% protein. Like it contains 35% protein and other amino acids that the fishes need to grow. Even our commercial feeds contain somewhere around 35 to 40 to 45% maximum protein.
Yeah.
So if this contains 35%, it's good enough to feed your fishes. However, it is advised, in our previous video, I explained that it is advised not to feed them with only Azolla because it does not contain all the required nutrients that your fishes need to achieve optimum growth. This has low carbohydrates. Fishes need the carbohydrate to gain weight. Okay. So this has no carbohydrates and other vitamins that your fishes need. That is why it is called supplementary feed. You use it to supplement your feed. And this can help you reduce your production cost. So if you feed your fishes with $100 and then you use 40% of this, that means you are buying only $60 of feed. That is a saving cost and then making more profit. So I always advise clients to use the Azolla. And then the Azolla, if you overproduce, you can also dry it. In the dry states, the Azolla, the protein content increase to 45%. When it is dried, you're going to drink more protein in the dry stage. The Azolla can be used to feed all livestock, birds, pigs. I have clients.
Pigs.
I have clients that they are into piggery, like pig farming, and then they use the Azolla to reduce the amount of feed that they buy.
Just to ask, what is used to grow it?
Okay, the Azolla is a floating aquatic plant. It floats on top of water and then multiplies. So the only thing you need to use to grow this is organic manure, either poultry manure, cow dung, rabbit manure. You can just use it to grow the Azolla. It is nothing to worry about the maintenance of the Azolla, because if you fertilize it once, you need to fertilize it 2 weeks after. And then 1 kg of Azolla, if fertilized raw, can give you 10 kg within 7 days.
Hey,
That's a lot. Yeah, that is how they reproduce. They are just like tilapia. Tilapia produces very rapidly. Tilapia production, they produce by themselves. So that is it with Azolla. It is actually a good thing. People can choose to use duckweed, water hyacinth. I think I have some water hyacinth here. It just mixed up with the recent Azolla that we brought. So this is water hyacinth. It's also a supplementary feed that fishes feed on.
okay.
Yes.
Okay. They have seeds, right?
No, they don't have seeds. If you want to culture Azolla, you just need to take this amount, spread it on top of the water, come back 1 week later, it will spread. It will
multiply.
Yeah, it will multiply. It will just overtake the whole pond. That is why it is advisable not to grow your Azolla in your fish pond, because it will cover the entire surface area, blocking sunlight, oxygen, and then your fishes will suffocate and die. Yeah.
That's one thing. So the cow dye and the poultry manure and stuff, they're in the water, or how?
Yes. You dilute it in water and then extract the juice or the liquids from it, and then put the liquid here. The remains are not putting in there.
Oh, okay.
Because this is floating, we don't need anything. We don't want anything to float as well. They will take the space needed for the
Azolla to grow.
Yes. I think this Azolla pond has been ignored for a while because they've not really fertilized it. For a while, they've not fertilized it. So we will get to it.
That is sure. So this is pond 1.
So this is pond 1 of our system. And then, as I said earlier, this contains 1,500 fishes.
What's the size of the dimension of the ponds?
15 by 10 feet with 4 feet height. And then the water is cool to around 3.5 feet. Yes.
But how many fishes naturally can this one stock?
Using the conventional way of culturing fish, you can stock around 1,000 fishes, and then you are good. If you really want to know how to calculate the stocking capacity of your pond, the simplest way is to equate 1 kg of fish to 10 liters of water. That means if the holding container, your pond, can accommodate 100 liters of water, that means you can stock 100 pieces of fish. So you should not overstock the pond with. So if you have 10,000 liters, you can stock 1,000 of fish. So that can help you to calculate the number of fishes you need to stock. But in the RAS system or this hybrid system, you can choose to stock 2,000 fishes, and they can be fine. They will be fine because there is oxygen supplied always. Yes.
Makes sense. Then can you explain these ones?
Okay. So this is our source of oxygen. We have an oxygen pump situated back there. I think I will take you there for you to also see. So this connection is done underground. Even the pipe work, there's no pipe work that you can see. Nothing is visible here.
Yeah.
So this is an outlet or an inlet to this pond.
Okay.
This is an inlet to this pond. So this supplies oxygen to the pond. Let me show you how the diffusion is done. So the atmospheric air is pumped through this tube and then to the diffuser. The diffuser is constructed by Jakdam Farmlife. If you need some, you can ask.
I'm guessing the bottle with the sand in there is to help it.
Yes, to sink to the bottom. Yes, it serves as a weight for the thing to sink to the bottom. That is how the aeration is done. It is done for all the ponds.
I like how the setup is done there. It's just easy walkway.
You walk away. There's clients feel comfortable coming to their pond to feed their fishes, not worrying about a match in the rainy seasons, not worrying about getting themselves dirty and all that. Because with this system, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to change the water. You need to just come and then feed your fishes. Let the system take care of the rest. And there is one factor in fish farming that people are failing to acknowledge. That is called the time factor. You know, when you are changing water in your pond, you need at least an hour to drain the water out. Even 30 minutes, fine, to drain the water out. But then after changing the water, you cannot feed your fishes the same hour. Okay. You need to wait like 2 hours or more before you feed your fishes. Here lies the case that in the conventional way, you are changing water every 2 days. So every 2 days, your fishes are deprived of let's say 4 hours to grow, because the time that you use to change the water, they are not growing. It's a time factor that people don't really factor in fish farming. The 4 hours that you use every 2 days to change the water, the fishes are not growing, and it's also causing stress on them. But with this system, calculate 4 hours times the number of times that you change water. In conventional way, you need 2 days to change water. That means in the 6 months, you are changing water almost 3 months.
Yeah.
3 months.
Yeah.
And then in the 3 months, we have 90 days. If you multiply 90 days by 4 hours, 90 by 4 hours, you have somewhere around 300 and something hours. 300 and something hours. If you calculate in the, your fishes can grow with that time. These are time that people don't really consider in fish farming, but it's very, very necessary. So it's very, very necessary.
Everything is calculation.
Calculation, everything
is calculation. Possible say fashion or combination is then calculation.
Yes.
Okay. So let's look at, I think this is the catfish side. Let's look at the tilapia side.
The tilapia.
As I said earlier, traditionally, what we know is conventionally, let's put it that way.
Okay.
Tilapia don't do well when it comes to tarpaulin ponds.
Yes.
But here is the case, we have tilapia in tarpaulin ponds here.
Yeah.
And they are doing fine. They have the same filtration system as well.
Yes.
What is the, let's say, the secret behind it? Yes.
Okay. So the reason people say tilapia farming in tarpaulin pond is not possible or is difficult is that, one, if you don't identify the required water parameters that your fishes needs, you cannot satisfy them. Just like human being, someone may prefer to eat oats. Someone may prefer to eat porridge. They are all breakfast. You understand?
Yeah.
But then with the fishes, tilapia requires a stable temperature. That is the most important thing. Stable temperature, stable pH. And the reason people don't do well culturing tilapia in tarpaulin pond is that the tarpaulin pond, there is direct sunlight to the tarpaulin pond. And then because the tarpaulin pond is not connected directly to the earth, you know, when you have water in a dugout area, it turns cooler.
Yeah.
Yes. But with the tarpaulin pond is restraining all the heat from the sun directly to the pond. So always there is heat in the pond. And then just as there is heat in the pond, in the night, the heat dissipates. So it's a form of fluctuation of temperature for them.
Okay.
So how can you solve this? You can see the water level here. This is around 3.5 feet.
Okay.
There is no sun that can penetrate, or a heat that can penetrate 3.5 feet down the water to the bottom of the pond. I don't know if you get me right. So if you provide them with the height in the afternoon hours or the sunlight periods, heavy sunlight or scorchy sunlight, the fishes get the opportunity to move down, and then
they'll feel cool.
They'll feel cool there. And then as well, I spoke about water parameters. If you are changing water every day, tilapia do not do well in stress environment. They will die.
They are DBs.
They will die. So all you need to do is to get a system that, one, you eliminate stress, you eliminate fluctuation in water parameters. And in our system, the probiotics takes care of those fluctuations. They always provide a stable water condition for the fishes to thrive in.
So the probiotics here are the same as the one in the catfish?
The same. The same.
And a quick question to the sand that you say here, you say there is sand in the,
yes,
at the bottom?
The same sand here. The same sand filtration.
Is there any type of sand or just one particular?
Preferably the white sand, the sea sand.
Oh, the beach vibe.
Yeah, because it's more porous and then allows water to. Yes. So it allows the bacteria to also culture themselves. But basically, you can use any sand apart from the sand that will discolor the water. Maybe red sand.
I don't know the clay sand.
Yeah, the clay sand, the one with they used to construct road. You know, it will discolor the water and all that. And you can't use clay because clay is not porous.
Water holding.
Yeah.
Cheap water.
That is the main difference here.
That's nice. So how many are studying this? This one is tilapia, I guess.
Tilapia, yes, tilapia. So we have 2,500. I can't quite remember 1,005 or unless the client himself identify. Yeah. But there's 2,500 tilapia here. And they are 2 months old. Since we stopped, we only recorded mortality of 3.
Oh, that's impressive.
3, yes.
Oh, tilapia, they are doing very well.
Yes. I can try. You see, they are not coming up.
Yeah.
That tells you they are comfortable down
Yeah.
because the temperature is also high.
That's it. I wanted to ask. So, with this setup, it's open, having direct sun on them.
Yes.
Is it advisable that when you are building these ponds, you can have shade on them, whether even regardless of the hybrid system?
Okay.
Normal traditional one, is it advisable to have shade on them so at least in the sun they don't get too much sunshine?
Yes. I'll answer yes, because if you give them shade, they will do well, but not with my system. With this system, for instance, this client opted to cover the pond, but I advised him again because the cost of creating a shade, roofing sheets, and all that to cover this space,
A lot of cost.
yes, that cost to be able to maybe finance 3 or 4 ponds. Conventional way of culturing fish, it is advisable to get some form of shade for them. But I explained to you that in this system, the bacteria and then the green algae and all that helps to protect the skin of the fishes. And then the bacteria we use also requires sunlight.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So it is advisable not to cover in this system. 1, to save cost. 2, for the system to be highly effective.
Okay, that is secure. It's secure them. Got the bacteria.
Yeah. Although this system can be used, I've set up farms that is under shade and it's working, but I prefer it being in direct sunlight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And then we look at this an extra water.
Okay.
Does it play any role in the fishes?
No, it's serving as a reservoir, but it doesn't supply water here until or unless the water level in the ponds decreases because of evaporation. Because you can see the height of the water there, the mark
Dropping down.
Yes, it will drop as we are in the dry season. It will definitely drop because of evaporation. So the only time we top up water, this is about 0.5% of the water, the pond water every day. That is the requirement for this system. So you can leave it 0.5 a week. If you multiply 0.5, that is around 7% or something, or 3%.
0.5 by 7, right?
Yeah. So around 3.5% of the water every week. That is not even applicable in the rainy season. It's only in the dry season
that you do the top.
that you do the top up. In the rainy season, you don't need to worry about any top up. Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. I like how the setup is.
Yeah, everything is very simple. Very simple. This one, you don't need to stress water, changing water. So imagine someone doing a full-time job can also manage a 6,000 capacity by himself.
Yeah.
Because if we want to go to work, you can come and then use 30 minutes, an hour to feed your fishes. Go to your work, let the system take care of the rest. Come back in the evening, come and feed your fishes.
Everything is automated.
Oh, everything is automated. The pumps are automated. You can see the water pressure is going down. This is because the water in the filtration equipment is coming down. The pressure will also increase when the water is more there. So everything is automated. You don't need to worry about flood. You don't need to worry about going to turn any pump on. Just come and feed. Let the system take care of the rest. Yeah, bro. Less stress.
Nice. So looking at this setup, how much would you say it will cost me if I want to do it? Or someone watching us to have this system? We've looked at advantage and everything. Or someone wants to go for it. How much will it cost us?
Okay, so we have packages. For client confidentiality. I will give the packages that we have, but not the cost of this setup. So we have packages that goes for 1,000 capacity fish, and then it goes for 10,000 Ghana cedis. That is for tilapia. With catfish, it's going for 11,500 Ghana cedis.
So why is that?
This is because catfish fingerling is more expensive than tilapia. Tilapia fingerling is sold at, let's say, 50 pesos. My catfish will be sold at 1 cedi or 1 cedi 50 pesos. So that makes up for the difference. We have 3,000 capacity. We have 3,000 capacity. But if you have as low as 5,000 Ghana cedis, you can start fish farming today. You don't need to wait till you get 10,000 Ghana cedis.
Before you go into it.
Yes, even 3,000 Ghana cedis, you can start fish farming. Just call us. We'll let you get the IBC tanks. You buy the probiotics from us. Stock the pond with fishes. Introduce your bacteria. Feed your fishes, and you are good. You are good. I have one client that set up a 2,000 capacity for his 15-year-old son.
Oh, okay.
15-year-old son. He told the son, the money that I will use, I'll give to you to go and spend at the mall. I will use it to buy feed for you to feed your fishes. The son is also happy to have the pond. And at the end of the cycle, they called me and then I went there. They sold 3,000 fishes and then they made around 70,000. That is in the son's account. So that is good investment for a son rather than.
And you would like the whole agricultural.
Yes. So a child like that, when he grows, he will be more interested in investing in our great businesses. And that is it.
True. So yes, if you are watching us and you want some of this setup, just reach out to him. Just let him know that you are coming from the Start Farmer YouTube channel or from Charles. Now at least I'm sure you get a discount, a good discount that
Really.
it can accommodate you to also start something similar in Ghana. Any final message, any final words to my people?
Okay, so as you've all seen for yourself, this is our handwork. We are professionals in the aquaculture sector. As we have different backgrounds. I have a plumber in my system, in my team. I have an electrician. I myself being an electrical engineer. We always try to produce or develop a system that will be sustainable for you. Not to culture the fish and at the end of the cycle, you lose because of your production cost. So we always supply you with a sustainable way of culturing fish. And we are always available no matter the location. From here to the north, to Tema, to wherever, we are always available to deliver. You can also choose to purchase the ponds from us because we have other consultants that they get a contract and then call us to go and assemble or to set up the farm. We have people that come to us to just buy the ponds and then seek for knowledge. You can come for our training sections on how to set up a farm. You can come for our training sections on how to set up a RAS system, Biofloc system, the hybrid system. You can come and then we are happy to train you. We are always available. You can visit our website and then register for online or physical training. You can also, I failed to mention about our mobile app.
Yes, really. So let's use this time to talk about the app. So for those who don't know, he's developed an app that can help people who want to venture into the aquaculture business. If you're already into it, to how you can help you sell your fishes and stuff. So just quickly walk us through how that works.
Okay. So this app is called the Jakdam Farm Manager app. What this app does is that it helps you to, one, know the stocking capacity of your pond before you start your fish farming journey. If you want to go in for 1,000 capacity setup, you can download this app and then ask the app, estimate for 1,000 capacity feed for the entire cycle. If you want to grow 1,000 fishes, it can estimate the required feed that you need. Okay. In form of cash and the number of bags, it will give you the breakdown. You can download this estimate via Excel or like in an Excel format or whatever format that you choose. And then this app also gives you the opportunity to create an inventory where you keep records of your feed, your expenses on the farm, everything. At the end of your production cycle, you can pull this report and then refer to it if you want to sell your fishes. Again, this app helps you. We have a trading platform on this app, which will help you to sell your fishes. So you download this app. If you have fishes at your farm, you can put the number of fishes, the location of your farm, the price that you are selling, and then a buyer can also visit this app to buy fishes.
So it's good for both sellers and buyers.
So it's a trade app and as well as a farm management app. So that will help you. It helps a lot in fish farming. You can just key in 1,000 capacity fish budget. It will give you the required size of pond that you need, the amount that you need from the fingerling stage to the maturity stage, and guide you throughout. We also have a community on this platform. If you download the app, you can join our community where we have all sorts of farmers, experienced, inexperienced, on the platform, and then you interact and share knowledge on that.
Nice. So yes, as I said, I also know that the app can be found on Play Store.
Yes.
App Store, I have to go there, right?
Yes, Play Store. But the app will be launched next week. I mean, a week from the day we are having this interview. So if you want the landing page or the link to the app, we can put it on the screen now. So then you can see, you can go there and sign up. As soon as the app is placed on air or on the App Store, you get a notification and then you download the app.
Okay. Yes. So yes, every details and everything you need will also be in the description as well. to help you to at least get the app. Go there, try and at least secure your spots there. Yeah. When it's officially launched, so at least it can also help you in the catfish business. For those complaining that they have fishes, no one is buying and stuff, it's an e-commerce app. It can help you also get markets for people, who, at least for your catfishes. So at least people can buy fishes from you and stop the complaint about I have fishes, people are not buying, catfish farming is not profitable, there is no market and all of that. This helps to solve some of these problems for you as well. So yeah, I think this will close out the video. It's been an interesting time, at least for the farm tour. I've learned a lot. Probiotics, RAS, that has been sticking in my mind since the hybrid system. And another one is what? The Biofloc system as well. Yes. It's been very educative. I believe you've learned something.
You're already an experienced fish farmer. We thought this.
Yeah, technical terms. So yes, at least I'm happy to learn some of these things. And I believe you also watching has gotten value from what you've learned. And yeah, as I always say, it's free to subscribe. You don't have to pay a dime to subscribe. Subscribe so it all goes together. Like, so people, YouTube can promote the video for people to also watch and be inspired to also maybe purchase or also start something similar. Share. You have friends who want to go into aquaculture, want to learn about agriculture here in Ghana. Share it to them. They can watch and be inspired. Maybe start their own businesses as well here in Ghana. So yeah, this will close out the video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.